How's it going, everybody? This is Ben for Ben Katzinker, and welcome back to another episode of Poly Diary. Today, we are going to be discussing some interesting topics, like the topic of why my microphone's in the video. It's so unprofessional. Gross. I can't get it to. Oh well. I'll just have it leaning up towards me. That way, I can talk as loud as I want to. Yay! Can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay. All right. Good. So. Today's topic will be about made-up gender identities. Now, I was actually very scared to talk about this for a while because I'm thinking to myself, what if I mess something up? And I'm okay if I mess something up. I just prefer not to. It's just what I prefer not to do. Because, honestly, I don't want to make an offensive video and have someone be all offended with me and, cause a big issue. I don't know if you hear that in the background, but this cat's about to get into some mischief. Not cat, but my pet Peaches. She loves getting her claws stuck in my hard drive over there, the tower to my desktop computer. So that's something she loves to do. She's fond of doing it. She hates doing it, but she loves doing it, and it's really weird. She never learns. Now, I've already talked nonsense for about a minute and a half of this video, so let's get right into it. Okay? So, made-up gender identities. Or, made up. I should emphasize the quotes, because technically, alright, here's the thing. You know how you hear about gender identities being made up, but why would you tell people that they're made up? Because, interestingly enough, male and female are made up gender identities. Being bigender is, being transgender is a made up identity. Being any sort of identity is made up. And before you go and be all upset with me, don't get upset, don't get angry or sad or hurt about it. Because listen up, kids, I've got something to tell you. Gender identity. Gender is a social construct that was made up to separate us into these little categories and labels. And sometimes, in certain cultures, give us different things to do, give us different chores that we do. And sexist old America, and sometimes the new era too, depending on where you live, which sucks because there's still misogyny, and it's a cultural thing sometimes, but it's just kind of disappointing. Anyway, I forgot to shave, and I'm too lazy to shave for these episodes, honestly. Like, by the time I swear homework causes me to grow more facial hair, but with all stress that it causes, I don't care. I'm still me. I'm still a Prince and an S. Yeah, you got that. you get it, because that was a really, really bad joke. Yeah, I agree. Peaches is looking at me like, really? Really? But get this. Beings of the universe, gender is a social construct that was made up to basically put us into categories, put us into labels. And so any gender identity, no matter what culture, is a made-up thing. You can't go and say that a person made up their gender identity by saying they feel like they have the spirit of a certain animal. You can't go and blame them for that. You can't say, your identity is made up. You're wrong. You're making us look bad. You're making us trans people look bad. Well, they're transgender. They feel like they're transgender too. So why do you shame them? Why do you shame them? Why the hell do you do that? And here's the point, I was afraid to talk about people feeling like they have the spirit of animals, because people always say, oh, you got that from Tumblr, but here's the thing. It didn't exactly originate from Tumblr. The whole, having an animal, sorry, I'm going to sit up here, that way the light kind of shines on me better, and I can talk more clear, perhaps. I can think with a clearer head, instead of getting all up in your face and having the mic kind of make my voice go roo, 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 like really loudly. Now, having a spirit of an animal did not originate from Tumblr, actually. It came from Native American ancestry, as I would like to think. I researched it. It was from like a college textbook I have. It's anthropology, cultural anthropology. Some two-spirited people would feel partially like they were an animal of some sort, or they had the spirit of some sort of animal, as well as their, just everyday soul. So, when you go and invalidate someone, when you go try to invalidate someone saying, oh, an animal can't be part of your gender identity, you're wrong. You're totally wrong. I've got my arms crossed right now. You're totally wrong, and I'm laughing at you. I'm sorry. It's just that whenever I see those arguments on Tumblr, I'm just like, please, do your research. Do your research first. Go out, research it. Go do your research. I have a college textbook that actually does talk about the fact that, yes, some Native American tribes did have people who were considered to be two-spirited, and they would feel sometimes like they would have animal spirit. It's how they feel. Because, again, we can't say that their religion's wrong. That would be culturally insensitive, because that would be saying your religion is right, and your religion isn't right either. No one's religion is right. This is partially why I'm anti-theist, because nothing's actually right. Nothing's factual. It's all theory based. It's just easier not to think about it, in my opinion. But hey, everyone for themselves, right? Beings of the universe, everyone for themselves, and we don't disrespect. So, anyway, basically, there were two-spirited people who do feel like they have the spirit of an animal. It's true. And you cannot go and say, oh, it's that someone cannot practice a religion, because that's stupid too. First of all, okay, here's the big issue I have. And I saw one of my friends post this, and I don't know why I'm still friends with them. I don't really talk to them all that much. It's like, they posted something like, oh, all these people making up all these gender identities, it's making us trans folk look bad. And it's like, not really. So you're saying that because politicians don't recognize this specific, like the whole Native American culture and how people can feel however they want to, identify however they want to, you're saying that because people come up with these terms that everyone else finds acceptable, except for you apparently, that, and because politicians don't like it, suddenly you think that you're the most important little starfish in the world, and that it's all about you, and that they shouldn't be expressing their gender identities. That's what it seems like you're saying. For anyone who says that, for anyone who says that you can't have an animal as a gender identity. Well, an animal isn't really a gender, and that's the thing that people often get wrong, is that it's not really like that. It's like, it's typically in the form of like a soul. They feel like they have the soul of some sort of animal, and so it's not necessarily a gender. It's just they're basically two-souled. Not as in the soles of the shoes that I wear, but as in the souls of, people and animals. So that's how that works, typically. I'm just saying that's supposed to be how that is. I don't know. Just chill before you get upset. And again, that's where it kind of came from. But either way, even if someone does feel like a gender, like animal is a gender, don't shame them for that. That's how they feel. You're shaming someone for how they feel, even though basically they can shame you for the same thing. They can shame you saying, oh, you were born this way, but you feel this way. They can whip out that card. Because you're whipping out the card on them that says that their gender is invalid, they can do the same to you. They have just as much right to say that. Let's be honest here, they do. And when you go and say that all these gender identities are making us common trans people look bad, you're saying that you don't care about what happens to the minorities as much as you care about yourself. You're saying that you are selfish. You don't care what happens to the minorities very much of the trans community, like me. And you're also saying that you don't care, is that you're saying that you're the most important transgender identity in the world. So that's what you're saying, is that your identity is the most important one, and that you should be protected first before any minorities are. And that's honestly separating the transgender community. And it's wrong. It's wrong to invalidate others. It's wrong to say that, no, you cannot feel this way. Because people can feel however they want to feel. And it's not your place to say, you can't feel like you're an animal. You can't do that. Well, guess what? There's a whole BDSM community that feels like they're animals, okay? So you chill. You chill, alright? You chill. Because here's the thing. And I hate to... This is sounding kind of like a rant, but I'm trying to make it kind of have the happy vibe too, and kind of that silly vibe. It's supposed to be informative, most of all. Basically, like, it just upsets me that people go and say, oh no, you can't feel this way, you can't feel that way, you can't you can't have the soul of a cat, you can't do that. So you're saying if I were to feel like I had the soul of an animal, I could not say I'm two-spirited. And you would say that probably because, oh, you're not Native American. Simply by looking at me, you don't think I'm Native American. That's kind of interesting. The assumption some of you have just made. There's someone out there who made that assumption. And it's interesting. You go by appearance instead of by the actual person inside. And that's interesting that you prejudge like that. It's very, very intriguing, very thought-provoking. But that's for, I think I've already covered that topic once. I could cover it again sometime. I don't know. I just like covering topics. It's fun to be informative about like this and say it in a happy manner and not be so butthurt about it and upset. So I just want to discuss this because it's constructive discussion, not like, oh, you're from Tumblr. Get out of here with that feminist bullcrap. Like, no, let's not get into feminism yet. Let's not do that. That's for another video. I want to do a video about that, what feminism really is. Because what you think feminism is and what it is, it's not the same thing. Not the same thing. I don't know why I'm fidgeting with my hands. Don't question that. But anyway, so moving right along here. If you want to be the selfish little starfish that you think you are, you think you're the most special person in the world. Well, guess what? There's like billions of other people in this world who think they're special too. We're all special. How about that? We're all equally special because guess what? We're not. We're just people. We're just people. You're special, yeah, because you're you, but you're not. You don't matter most. You don't matter most. Yeah, that's the thing. If you're going to basically throw out other people from the community and say, I matter most, protect me, politicians, come on, then F you. I'm sorry, but F you. That's selfish. That's some selfish bullcrap. Especially when it comes to sexuality and stuff, you're like, oh no, you can't be pansexual. You can't do that. You can't be pansexual and demisexual. If someone ever said that to me, I would laugh. Oh my gosh, I would laugh so hard. I would be in tears probably. Because yeah, you can. You can be different sexualities. You can kind of mix them. So, all these different labels that people come up with, it's funny that you say that they're made up because so your label's also made up. Hate to break it to you. Actually, I don't hate to break it to you. That would be lying to you. I love to break it to you because your label's made up too. The idea of gender itself is made up. Yep. Mind explosion. Brain went kapow, right? Well, that's the truth. It's a social construct. It's a societal construct. It depends on what culture you're in. Some genders are based on different gender roles. Like I actually kind of hinted at earlier. I kind of mentioned that very briefly. You probably don't remember. I barely remember. But yeah, some are based on gender roles. Some are based on factions. Some are based on all kinds of different things. And it varies from culture to culture. So again, gender is not a male and female, system that just divided into two. It's also not a thing where people can't make up their own identities. People are allowed to do that. And it's not just Tumblr people. For you trans folk out there who are like, who used to be like me, like, if people can't be animals, you can do that. It's perfectly viable. Your identity is not invalid. Your feelings are not invalid, and don't let anyone tell you that because that's total bullshit. Okay, hun? That is no. You are valid. And there was something else I wanted to cover in this video. There was absolutely something else I wanted to talk about here. I can't. Oh no. Ben lost train of thought. Here we go. This is gonna make the video drag out a little bit. Oh, okay. I went into this like just on a tangent, and let me think. Yeah, because a lot of people say that gender identity is made up on Tumblr. Your sexuality is made up. Oh, your romantic attraction is made up. There's no asexual spectrum. Shut up. People feel how they want to feel, and they feel comfortable associating labels with that. And that does not make your label any more invalid. That does not make anyone care about you less. That makes them care about themselves more, and not in a bad way. It makes them feel like they belong. And don't invalidate someone for that. Don't invalidate someone for feeling like they belong, okay? Don't be that bully. Don't be that bully, all right? Do not be that bully. For the sake of, and if anyone in this community does that, don't, wait, that's not what Ben Kazan Curse stands for. We stand for love, sharing that love with others, and passionate things like that. Because I'm at a loss for words right now because I'm trying to think of something else that I wanted to say. So, I might just end it here, but I also wanted to just say that, you know, it's very weird how, okay, yeah, this is what I want to say. Some people think that dressing a certain way makes you a certain gender, and I don't like to think that way. I know that not assuming gender can also get you into trouble, especially in conservative workplaces where you just have to say sir, ma'am. You can't even ask what they want to be called, because then you'll be the black sheep of the entire company. Then you'll be the one who's getting weird looks. And that's totally understandable. I'm in that position too, to be honest with you. I have to be disrespectful and assume things because I'm in that kind of environment. But hey, you know, whatever pays the stuff first for a while. But outside of that, I never assume, you know, I never assume anyone's gender identity. I just go and say, hey, you awesome individual, you awesome being in the universe, how are you doing? Because I think that that's the most respectful and non-presumptuous way that you can go about identifying someone, or asking them or telling them something, or addressing them. So, I just want to talk about this, and the last point I wanted to make was that I have friends who like to, like, I have, I don't know about guy, but I think I have a gender fluid friend. I won't mention Tumblr name because I don't know yet. I don't think they know yet. But we've been making up recently, and they like to wear makeup, and to me, this is just how I feel. But that doesn't make them any less of a guy. They are a very pretty boy, I must say. Hot stuff. I'm just kidding. Don't feel awkward. Don't feel awkward. I know you're gonna watch this. You know, I like jokingly flirting with some people. There's two certain people who I seriously flirt with, but a lot of other people I joke with. So don't worry about that. And then I also have another friend who's like a brother to me, and he likes to wear dresses. He likes to, you know. He doesn't care that he has boobs, and he doesn't, you know, having feminine breasts does not make you any less of a guy. Having a vagina does not make you any less of a guy. Having a dick does not make you any less of a female. Having small pecs does not make you any less of a female either, I guess. Is that what you call those? We all have breasts, technically. That's a topic for another time. But yeah, that's hang on, my lip hurts. There's something about certain foods, by the way, that it makes my lips really sore. I don't know why. I might be having an allergic reaction to it, but it always leaves my lips really sore and sensitized, like hypersensitive. So it really sucks. It really, really sucks. But anyway, that's going to be it for this time. I've gone on for like 20 minutes and basically missed an entire Skype call with Kat almost, so I'm going to go ahead and go. But I just wanted to leave that open for constructive discussion. If I got something wrong, do tell me. Not hatefully, but if I just got something wrong and I like the way that works. Wait. If I do this, I look a lot brighter. And then this is weird. Okay. Sorry, the camera's kind of weird. It's weird the way light works, in my opinion, but anyway, that's just how I feel about the issue, and don't ever invalidate someone simply because of how they dress, their hobbies, what they like to do with their bodies. Not everyone wants surgery like you, okay? Not everyone has to get surgery like you do. Not everyone's as privileged. Not everyone wants to. Not everyone has to just to be a certain gender identity, okay? Don't feel like you have to conform to what people have as standards just to feel like you fit in. Don't feel like you have to be this. Don't feel like you have to be that. You can be whatever you want to be. And don't let anyone tell you that that's not right. Because you're you. And you're a lovely being in the universe. I'll tell you that. And I love you, okay? I love you. Right? It's true. Just give you a little heart there. That was really awkward and terrible. There it goes. Yeah. I have good motor skills when I'm looking at myself in a camera. Yep, that's... Absolutely. I can see my own recording right now, so that's kind of why I said that. My lip looks really... ouch. It was kind of like swollen down there a little bit too. It was like it's kind of yucky. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, going to end this here. It's lasted 20 minutes now. If you've actually listened to this whole thing, good on you. Good on you. You're a survivor. You're a survivor. You survived my videos. That's good. You're a, credits to you. Credits to you. Absolutely. And there's always this... Okay, it's confession time, baby. Confession time. I'm always nervous about telling people, at college about my YouTube channel because I'm like, oh, well, they're going to discover a lot about me just from my YouTube channel. They're going to discover a hell of a lot. And then, if I move this way, and I move this way, and I move this way, and then I move this way, I'm going to move over this way. I'm going to move... Well, shit. Thanks, light. This is weird. I don't know what's going on with the camera. It's not autofocusing. Well, there it goes. Weird. I can't explain this. It's a weird phenomenon. Very weird. Someone scientifically explain in the comments below why this light shining at all these... It's like shining up there. It's shining over here. It's shining up there and up there. And so, can someone explain to me why it sometimes changes? Yeah, I look brighter now, and I like that. And then sometimes I look dull. I look bright. I look dull. How does that work? How the hell does that work? I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. I don't understand. Anyway, I hope that I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I don't know if I did. I probably would like to cover more things. But again, I don't like to make my videos too long because then nobody wants to watch. Because our attention spans are so short these days and in our modern day time. So that's all the time I have for today. I'm going to go Skype Cat for about 30 minutes. And, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, or favorite, or whatever you feel is necessary. And I will see all you lovely beings in the universe in the next thing that I upload. Mwah! Bye-bye!